Hello, welcome to Community Corner. My name is David DeWitt Taylor, and my friends are.
Hello, my name is Aaron County Castle.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan Nicholas Ray.
Today we welcome Debby Visconti, a certified aquatics instructor. She teaches water exercises to the disabled, and in so doing has made many friends, etc., and encourage those with disabilities to use the abilities in keeping healthy. Debby, welcome to our show.
Well, thank you. Hello, gentlemen. How are you?
Hello, Debbie. How are you?
We're doing
Very
fine.
good.
How are you?
Debby, please tell us about yourself, your family, and schooling, please.
Sure, I would love to. I have been in the industry, the fitness industry, for 30 years and have been teaching in the pools for 12 years. And I live right here in Rochester, Michigan, and I have my children that are grown and they're in St. Clair Shores.
Tell us about your school background and degree.
Okay. And going to school here, I continued on with special aquatics, so I could learn how to teach special populations and also to go on to teach working with the children with young adults and with younger children. And with the gentleman here, I've been working with them I worked with them for about 5 years.
Debbie, what types of previous jobs have you had?
Well, as I mentioned, Ryan, I've always been in the fitness industry. Started from receptionist to trainer, and the last 20 years, I've always been a club manager.
Ooh. You've had like different titles.
Right, general managers and director of tennis, and then went into the swimming.
That's interesting.
What is your work experience with the disabled, and how long have you been doing this for?
I've been doing this for about 7 years, and my first experience was actually at Oakland University with the transition program and working with Bryn and that whole program.
Oh.
How do you develop the parts of your class?
Well, by starting in the class and seeing what students I have and what they want to do, first of all, because you have to make it fun. So, isn't that right, guys?
Right.
Right.
That is right.
So you have to make it fun. So I see what they tend to like, whether it be sports or whether it be just straight swimming or whether it would be dance, whatever we can do in the water. And that's how I determine what the program's going to develop into.
Awesome. Ryan?
Debbie, what credentials are needed to become an aquatics instructor?
Well, first of all, you have to go to school and you have to take a class, and it takes about 6 to 8 months. And you study and you start with learning all the body and all the muscles, and you have to know how to put them all together for the resistance of the water. And then you take a test, just like in school, anything else. Take a written test, you go in the pool, and then you become certified.
Now, Debby, how did you get interested in your career and why?
Well, my first career, as far as fitness and doing management in clubs, I've always loved sports. I've always been very active my whole life. So I thought, what better way to work than in something that you love to do? So that is how I came into becoming a trainer and learning all about the fitness industry. And then one day when I was at one of my clubs, one of my instructors did not show up to teach a class.
Did not show up at all?
So being the general manager, I went in and taught the class and just did very simple things because at that time I wasn't qualified as a certified instructor, so we did it very basic.
Okay.
And then I fell in love with it, and that's how I became an instructor.
Wow, that's a good story.
Yeah, it is. Tell us how you decide what works.
What works?
Yeah.
Well, and it's very different for each type of student that you have in the water, okay? But you can measure their success by if they're having fun,
Okay.
okay? And if their endurance, if they can stay in the pool longer without getting tired. As you gentlemen know, you can get very tired in a water class, right?
Uh-huh.
So the longer you're in there and you're still having fun, that's how I know what is working.
Yeah.
Oh, now that's a catch.
There you go, folks. See? That's what's called aquatic aerobics.
I found that out in high school.
There you go.
You can make that because in high school I had to do this final exam one year for high school. I had to do this. I had to do this my final test, where I had to do 22 links of the entire pool, touch
Oh,
to
yeah,
the bottom,
no, I was with him.
and I did not like it. It was too hard.
It was too hard.
So, you know, how does one secure the pool? Because maybe the kids may be late, or they could be lost. But how does someone like you secure the pool? If they, how does one go about doing that?
Well, first of all, safety is always your number one priority,
Oh,
okay? And you always have to make sure you have your lifeguards, and you have to make sure that the water depth is correct so that when you're going in the pool and you think it's shallow and it's not that shallow.
Yeah.
So as an instructor, you go in and you check out the whole pool, you make sure you have all your safety equipment. If I needed to throw in something, you know, one of the buoys in case one of the students went down, and you have to secure all of that because it's always safety first.
David?
How do you advertise adaptive aquatic classes?
Well, it depends what kind of student or client that you're looking for. Mostly, though, we advertise through the papers and through the parks and recs and all their information, the schools, Oakland University, things like that.
Got any business cards on you?
Actually, I do. I have some I can give to you after we're done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How do the students get their equipment?
Usually each pool has the equipment. And you can ask the guys here, a lot of times they have to go in and help me drag it all out because that's not the easy part.
One time at the
right?
pool. Yep.
But all the equipment is there for us to use.
All this is starting to come back to me from when I was in high school taking the class.
There you go.
You do bring some old memories of high school days, and I had to use the pool
Oh, yeah,
like 22
me too.
times. Which I'll never do again, period.
How come didn't you like it?
I hated it. It was too hard.
Play a water, that's the problem.
I liked it.
I like it, Aaron. Water didn't agree with me.
Oh.
Now, you know, your class combines exercise and healthy eating. Does your class combine exercise and healthy eating?
Absolutely. Absolutely, because you have to exercise in life, but more importantly, you have to eat the right food to give you the fuel to exercise properly and to burn the fat to keep you healthy.
So what are some foods that people should be eating that are healthy? Like, would apples be healthy? What are some things
Trail
people
mix.
what are some things that people shouldn't be eating? Someone who's trying to lose weight and become healthy. What are some things they should not be eating and why?
What they should not be eating?
Should not.
Well, all the stuff that tastes really good,
It's bad for you.
all the sweets, okay,
I know.
all the chips, all the fried foods,
But nuts.
all of those things that everyone loves, and I'm not saying you can never have it.
I know, Debbie. I know.
Right?
You're saying. I know.
Where's my great wild
You
can?
tell me, what is a good portion size for you to eat?
Me, between medium and small.
Very good. Okay. And what about you, Ryan?
Well, Debbie, you know, they don't have a spot here. Usually, I usually have like a It's a very small cup, very small, because you want to make sure you don't eat so much and get
That's right.
gain so much weight.
And when you have ice cream, what size do you have?
What size do I have?
I need you
great.
brought it to you, Elaine.
Okay.
Aaron's playing the button, man.
I usually have a bigger size than what they have, but I think what they're trying to say is you're supposed to have either a medium or a small.
There you go.
That's right.
Very good.
Here, the folks, remember, eat healthy. You don't eat healthy. You gotta be health, exercise. You gotta think about, like Debbie said.
I have two questions in one, Mr. Gray.
I never asked them.
Debbie, my first question is, how do you arrive at class fees?
Class fees vary depending where the pool is and what time the class is.
Is there a payment plan offered in this?
Absolutely. The clubs will always work with you and people will always work with you on payment plans.
Can you please explain that?
Sure. If, say, it's a one-time fee and it's supposed to be paid all up front, then you can always ask, may I do that in payments? And they'll work with you whether you want to do it with charge cards or you want to do it with cash. Or maybe, if you're really lucky, I have a lot of my students do it in trade and they work. And then I teach them.
Whoa, that I got serious.
I call Debbie's boot camp.
There you go.
And then what?
Do students need to give you health papers before class?
Yes, they do. They do. And it seems to work well that way. The students are happy with that, and so am I. It's a good plan. Good plan.
Well, that's good.
Debbie, now, what is the usual length of a water exercise session?
Session is usually 45 minutes. Sometimes as the class grows stronger, we'll go an hour. But sometimes if we're just starting, it's only a half hour. So it depends what level that student is.
Level of fitness they're at. If they're a good level of fitness, if they're a strong level of fitness, can they do it?
There you go. That's
David?
exactly right.
Right?
Yes, I do. Do pool rules change from blanks to blanks?
Not really. They're pretty basic rules, David, as you know, with showering before you come in, and then your safety rules of always being able to swim before you
Such
go.
as the rule to shower before entering the pool. Is that so true?
Yes, absolutely. In every pool, you must do that to
yeah, you
help
have
keep
to.
it. Yep.
It's a mandatory rule. Mandatory.
I better start doing that from now on. I always forget that.
David.
I need to start doing this Thursday from now on, Mr. Taylor.
You're not the only guilty of that.
Oh, okay, thanks, Aaron.
Everybody has a problem.
I'll have to remind you guys.
Call me on Thursday, I'm going swimming.
Oh, great.
Does each person bring their own lock for their own items?
They do, absolutely. Whenever you go in to a pool area and a locker room, you always want to secure your own personal belongings.
Okay. Ryan?
Thank you. Debbie, how do you contact your students if the pool is closed due to power outages, chemicals, or dangerous weather outside?
I use an email
Email.
list, yes, or if we don't have that available, say if it's a quick situation within a half an hour, then it's always by phone.
So you call them and say, this is Debby Visconti. I'm sorry to tell this, but our earliest class has been canceled for the day, like that.
Exactly.
That's
And then
important.
we always try to make it up at another time.
Oh, yeah, like different days. You pick a
Right.
day, you say, we'll make it on this day or that day.
Correct.
That works. David?
I got a hard question for you, Debbie. Are you trained in the use of all the special adapted pull-up machines, such as rolling wheelchairs and so forth?
Well, the wheelchairs, as you know, David, and the lifts at Oakland University, we've worked with those. And bringing them in on ramps, I can do that. But I'm sure there's probably some equipment that I don't know all the answers to for sure. But I use a lot of hand weights. We use the noodles.
Oh, the noodles.
The flotation devices. We use all of that.
Cool.
I was letting you up before, shall we?
Huh? Yeah. What or how do you advertise?
Well, we advertise through the newspapers and we advertise on flyers. And usually our parks and recs and our YMCAs and our school systems all help us out with that.
Debbie, please tell us a very good success, a really nice success story.
Besides my wonderful boys that I taught at OU, that was a group, that was my very first group for that. And these young men came in.
Me and Ryan.
No, great. Did you have to say us?
I had to say it, not whole.
Oh, great, Debbie.
That's right. But
See, folks, now I'm in Debbie's boot camp now.
Not great.
you guys, when I first came in, my best success story, because I created such a wonderful friendship.
Oh, thank you, Debbie.
And
Thank you.
you boys just went from not wanting to do it, if you remember correctly.
I remember
you weren't
correctly,
too
yeah.
happy.
No, I had to say
Oh,
that.
great. Mrs. Taylor, hearing this? Oh,
And
great.
then you went from getting in the water and not really moving too much to actually be able to do all your exercises. You could do your jumping jacks, you could do your jogging, you could do your running. And at the end of the 45 minutes, you still wanted more. So I knew that was a success.
My question to add into that, how does Spikeling get involved in swimming?
How does biking get involved?
Yeah, it's only types you show us.
Remember when I put you on the noodle and I have you pedal like you're on a bike?
Oh, that.
Oh,
That was hard.
And that was hard.
Oh,
So see, all the coordination, all that comes to you guys, and you all learn how to do it, didn't you?
That's right, we did, didn't we, Iron David? Didn't we?
And that sounds like it'll be hard.
It was really hard there.
It was fun, though.
It was really
Yeah.
tough.
so Debbie, is there a way for our listeners to contact you, like a website or a business email address?
Yes, I have both of those, and I will have that for you when we're completed with the show.
All right.
Well, folks, this extra time.
Okay.
Let's ask my favorite question.
All right.
Let me go first. Deb, since you are a swimming instructor, do you water or pop?
Water.
Why
Once in a
water?
while, I cheat and have pop, though.
Yeah.
What?
You what?
Just
you
once in a
cheat?
while.
Well, that's
Debbie,
not fair.
I caught you.
Debbie,
Finally caught on.
Debbie, tell
Yeah.
me, Debbie, tell me the truth.
Okay.
What is your favorite restaurant in the entire world? Favorite place to go for dinner?
Oh, I don't think I have a favorite. There's not just one.
Olive Garden, because you're Italian.
That's a good one, isn't it?
All right, Debbie. All right.
What's your favorite computer?
Computer?
Yeah.
Oh my! Well, I guess I have a PC and at home and an Apple, so I can say I really like them all because they all do a great job for us, don't they?
Yeah.
Over 500 movies each year. What one is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie.
500 from each year.
Oh, Dave, you put me on the spot here.
Mine's
don't-
Titanic.
Yours was out of all the years. How about you guys? Probably won't like this.
What is that?
Pretty Woman.
Oh, Pretty Woman?
What's your gear?
Oh,
Yeah.
love that movie.
That was a
Do
classic.
you? Okay, good. That's
That was
my
a
favorite
surprise.
movie. Here, I thought, you were going to make fun of me.
Debbie, what is your favorite vacation spot to go to?
I think, and I've traveled not a lot, but quite a bit, and I really fell in love with Maine.
Maine.
Why Maine?
I love being by the ocean, all the
I knew
water.
you'd say that.
That's right, and the waterfalls. It's absolutely beautiful.
I've never been to Maine. I'm trying
Neither.
to go there someday.
I've only been, the only place I've ever been to is Niagara Falls, Canada. I've been
Where's
there
she
once.
went?
I loved up there.
There you go.
Do you watch any cartoons?
No, that I don't do.
No?
No. Debbie's always working.
Okay.
Debbie, and what is your favorite TV show?
Oh dear, these are tough questions, you
Yes.
guys. I guess Let me think. I like Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy?
I like
Yep.
NCIS.
My stepmother loves that show.
Really?
Yeah. What is it called? She loves that show.
Shall we,
I'm going to tell you about book, sorry, Ryan.
All right.
Close.
I will. Thanks for Debbie being our guest today. We've learned so much about healthy benefits, water aerobics, and fun in case of enjoying the water while exercising. I'm Ryan Nicholas Ray, along with
David DeWitt Taylor from Community Corner.
Thanks for being our guest. My name is Aaron Connie Castle.
Remember, next month, stay tuned for healthy eating. Bye-bye, everyone.
bye folks. Good night.
Thank you, guys.